Hey guys, it's Melissa here. So today I wanted to talk to you, or at least I should say I've been guided to talk to you about keeping the faith. I know so many of us have chosen paths that are not easy. We did not choose easy paths, that is for sure. But it's truly my belief that those who have been given the most difficult journeys oftentimes are the ones who have the greatest assignments and who grow the most in a short amount of time. We've been given this responsibility because the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, trusts that we have the capability to accomplish this assignment. We've been given this higher calling or higher purpose in life. Even if you don't see your purpose in life as being a higher purpose, I guarantee you it is. I think that for most of you, even just being a light to those around you is your higher calling and higher purpose. And that's a big deal. There's so many ways that we could put negativity out there in the world. And the fact that you've chosen the light and you've chosen to be a light for others says a lot about you. And I've found that most people who shine the brightest haven't always had the easiest time. They did not have the brightest light in the beginning. We kind of grew up in darkness, some of us, whether born into those situations or we just encounter them along the way. But I truly feel like, again, that we've been given that path because we are special. We're here to be light workers. We're here to help others in one capacity or another. And most of us have been drawn together as a tribe because we have similar purposes in life. But having a purpose like this can feel very heavy and overwhelming at times. And it can seem like the things that we really want to happen aren't happening. And it can be frustrating. And so the message that I keep being given is that you need to keep the faith. Don't give up. Your miracles are just around the corner. I know it seems like it's been a heavy road. It's been a heavy burden for you, but it's almost, you're almost at a breakthrough. I'm here to tell you that. And I'm on the same journey. Trust me, this past year for me has been probably one of the most difficult of my life because I've had to change so much. I've gone through such a transformation and jumped into a business I had no idea how to open and run, do a podcast, which I had no idea how to start, all of these things that I didn't know how to do. I just knew I was supposed to do them. And I felt like I was kind of thrown into the deep end of the swimming pool. And so most of this year has been about me trying to tread water and to keep my head above water. Yet when I talk to other people, they're like, oh, we don't know how you do it. And it's so great. You have all these things. And when I look at my own end and I look at things from my own perspective, I'm like, I don't know how I'm surviving. I don't know how my head's above water. I really don't some days. But I know that I am doing what I was called to do. And it gets easier every day. It's getting a lot easier. But if you asked me a few months ago, do you have it all figured out? And I'll tell you now, I still don't have it all figured out, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to get started. Remember, perfection is just fear holding you back. So I didn't have to be perfect to do all the things I wanted to do. I just had to do it and have faith that the universe has my back and that where I don't know what to do and I don't know which way to go, the universe steps up and says, they provide me with people who can guide me. They provided me with opportunities and situations for me to be able to learn what I don't know. And it's kind of amazing the way that works out. I did that whole podcast about how people step up to help you, and it's so true. Where I wasn't sure how to do certain things, like on my website or whatever, I've had people who were thrown into my path who did, and who were so willing to help. And it's been great because it's like, okay, I can help you, you can help me. And you end up calling your tribe to you. And I feel like all of you who listen to this podcast are all part of my tribe, which is amazing. I think it's so awesome to be able to have a group of people that you can share ideas with, share thoughts with, that they give you feedback. It's great. I love it. And I'm hoping that you guys love that too. I've connected with a whole tribe of people in the different circles I'm in on Facebook and the people who come to my Facebook lives and on Instagram. And it's just like every social media circuit is different, but it's amazing because I've managed to find a tribe on everyone. And I never really imagined that that would be the case. I started off with that who's going to listen to me story in my head. And it's amazing because people are listening to me, which is great. So if you're in the same boat, and it may not be exactly the same situation, but maybe you're going through a situation and you're losing faith and you're not really sure what to do, I'm here to tell you to give it to God and to hold on, to have faith. Know that the universe has your back. They have your best interest at heart. So when things don't work out exactly the way you thought it did, or thought it should, or thought it would, know that it is because there is a better plan out there. I know that any time in my life when something didn't work out the way that I thought it should, it was always because there was something better ahead. Or maybe there was something that I just didn't know yet that I really needed to learn in order to help me do the best that I could possibly do. And I've always found that. Just when I think, I start that whole why this, why me, the answers become clear. It's like, well, if I would have given you this job that you just knew you wanted, you'd be miserable there right now, or you wouldn't have time to do this. Or if I would have given you this relationship, if it would have worked out now, you would have never gone through this, which would not have led you to this, which wouldn't have led you to this. It's like a domino effect. So don't get discouraged by the slight detours that you're experiencing, because sometimes it's just the universe's way of taking us out of our own way, or taking us out of harm's way. Sometimes we're headed towards something that isn't in our best interest, and it's just the universe's way of saying, nope, not this way. If you kind of think about it, I think about when my kids were toddlers and they didn't really know how to walk very well, and sometimes they would head straight towards like a sharp object, right? Like they're headed towards the coffee table and the sharp edge of the coffee table. And you just kind of go in and shift their direction, grab them by the shoulders and turn them a little bit so that they're not headed straight towards that sharp edge of the coffee table. And I feel kind of like that. Or when they would go to get something from under the table, and you just knew that they were not going to be paying any attention to the fact that when they came straight up, their head was going to hit the bottom of the table or the edge of the table. So I'd always stick my hand under there as a just in case precaution. And when they were little, probably 9 times out of 10, they hit my hand because they would have hit the table with their head, because they just didn't have that knowledge that, oh, if I stand straight up, I'm going to hit the table. That's like universe's role. It's like they put their hand above our head so we don't hit our head. It's just universe's way of getting us out of our own way, because we don't always know what's best for us. But the main message that I'm trying to convey here today is that if you feel like you are not where you should be, not where you need to be, and things aren't happening the way that you want them to happen, they're not happening in the time that you want them to happen, the message that I'm getting is to keep the faith, okay? Don't give up. So many times people give up right before the miracle is just about to happen. Things happen in divine timing. It's God's timing. It's not our timing. And that can be extremely frustrating. And for a lot of people, it's extremely frustrating when things are out of your control. When you don't have a say in when something happens or how it's going to happen. When we have to give up control, for some people, that is just a nightmare. That is one of probably the biggest lessons some people have to learn, is to let go of control. The more you try to control how things happen, the longer it's going to take you to get to where you want to be, because you're just getting in your own way. When you're trying to control things, it's like you're saying you don't trust the universe and that the universe doesn't have your back. When we let go of the control and we say, forget the how for now, and we just move our feet forward and we just keep plugging away and doing what we're doing, when we look for signs, when we realize we're being divinely guided and that things are happening in divine timing, life gets a whole lot easier. It's like when I talked about being in the flow, when you are swimming upstream because you're trying to control everything that's happening to you. You're making your life harder and you're going to be exhausted. You're going to wear yourself out and you're probably going to quit before your miracle happens. But when you're in the flow, life just becomes easier. It's not a struggle. You don't have to constantly fight uphill because things just naturally happen. You are saying, universe, I trust in you. I trust there's a divine plan. I know my brain does not have to know what the divine plan is. I just know there is one. I know that there's a purpose for me, and I know that I am headed on that purpose and I'm headed on the path, but I'm going to take control away from myself. I'm not going to try to control how things happen, how they show up, when they show up. I'm just going to know that it's going to show up when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to, and I don't have to know how that's going to happen. And when you let go of that control, the need for constant control, life becomes a lot easier, you become less stressed out, and things start showing up. We're fighting the universe when we try to step in and control everything all the time. Just get into the habit of saying, I let go of control for today. Just for today, I'm not going to worry about it. Just see how that works. See how that feels for you. Another thing that you need to think about is that we have a whole tribe of people here to help us. You don't have to do everything by yourself. If you are struggling with something, you're not really sure what to do next, where to turn, what you should do, you can always rely on your community, your tribe, your spiritual tribe. Okay? We're all here for you. And there's so many ways you can reach out. So many people have gone before us and have already done all the things we're trying to do. And we really just need to listen to those people who are mentoring us. Even people who are no longer with us. We think of Wayne Dyer and I think of Louise Hay, all of the people who have already crossed over, but still their teachings live on. So many places we can turn. And the other thing that I am getting to is that many of you you're being called to be spiritual teachers in one way or another. And it might not be getting up on stage and being in front of people or having a podcast or whatever. Some of you are, but some of you, you're being called to be a spiritual teacher just to those in your community around you. You're being called to be that light for others. So don't lose faith. Keep the faith. You have so many good works in you, and you're doing an amazing job. Just know you're doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of you, all of you. In fact, one of the things I have coming up is a program. It's a challenge, if you will. I am developing this, and I am going to be releasing this on Facebook. I am putting together a 5-day Love Yourself More challenge because I feel like there's so many beautiful souls out there who listen to this podcast who love everyone else and take care of everyone else but themselves. And I feel like self-love is an area that many of us need improvement. And in doing this challenge, this 5-day challenge, you kind of get just a taste of what my course, A Purposeful Pilgrimage, is like, because it is set up in a very similar fashion, and I'm taking a smidge of the lessons that I'm offering you and the tools I'm offering you in that program. But it will be 5 days, an email every day with encouragement and a tool, something you can use to help you live your best life possible, to help you love yourself more, like you deserve to be loved, because you do. You all deserve to be deeply loved. So be looking for that. Check into that. Keep coming to my Facebook Lives. I love seeing you all. If you're interested in Reiki or an intuitive reading with me, or if you want a one-on-one transformational coaching session with me, please contact me. I love working with you guys. It's amazing what you can do when you're working with energy. And all of the energy of the people that I work with is so amazing. Like, I can just tell, no matter what people come to me for, even if they feel like they're so depressed and they have so many issues, when I connect with them, I can just see their beautiful soul. It's like everyone I work with is so beautiful. And we just sometimes need to be redirected so that we can find our purpose once again, and find our footing once again. Sometimes we just get lost in the shuffle of life. So if that's you, if you're feeling like you're tired, you don't know which way to turn, you're feeling kind of lost and like you've lost your purpose, book a session with me. There's so many things we can do to help you, and you will feel so much better and you'll be amazing. So I can't wait to work with you all. I love what I do. It's amazing. It's so rewarding, and I love seeing the transformations in people. So check out my website if you're interested in that. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you know people who might enjoy this podcast, please share it. That's the only way we can spread our light, is if we share it with others. And if you please leave me some stars or feedbacks, reviews, that's another way people can find me, is if we have people leaving reviews. And you don't know who you're helping by doing that. It doesn't take very long, and it might help one person who would not have found me otherwise. So take time to do that if you would. Take time for yourself. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Keep the faith. Stay positive. Your miracles are just around the corner. Your breakthrough is around the corner. I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm sending you massive love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.